Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Aiman Najwa binti Muhammad Yusuf. My metric number 2022497932. So today my group and I will be presenting about foodborne illness. What is foodborne illness? Foodborne illness is caused by consuming contaminated foods or beverages. Many different diseases causing microbes or pathogens can contaminate foods. So there are many different types of foodborne illnesses. Most foodborne diseases are infections caused by a variety of bacteria, viruses, and parasites.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Kausar binti Yasni. My metric number is 2022626676. So I will be presenting about sources of hazard. Sources of hazard have three. It's biological hazard, chemical hazard, and physical hazard. So first, biological hazard. Biological hazard are organic substances that present a threat to the health of people and other living organisms. Types of biological hazard is virus, bacteria, and parasite. Chemical hazard. Chemical hazard is any substance that can cause a health problem when ingested or inhaled. They include toxins, dangerous chemicals, residues of excess chemical used in processing food products. Types of chemical hazard in a retail food establishment have two. First, natural occurring. Second, man-made chemicals. Natural occurring is allergens, ciguatoxin, mycotoxin, scrobotoxin, and shellfish toxins. For man-made chemicals is cleaning solutions, food additive, pesticide, and heavy metals. Physical hazard is either foreign materials unintentionally introduced to food products such as hair, button, string jar, nails, and jewelry.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Nazrin. At my part, I will explain about multiplication of disease-causing bacteria. Disease-causing bacteria need 6 conditions in order to grow and multiply. We call it fatum: food, acid, temperature, time, oxygen, and moisture. For food such as carbohydrate or proteins provide the energy source the bacteria need to grow. Obviously, you cannot keep food out of a food establishment, but you can keep all areas clean and free of food debris. For acidity, pathogens or disease-causing microorganisms cannot grow in an acidic environment. Pathogens will not typically grow in food if the pH is below 4.6. For temperature, pathogens grow well at temperature between 41 and 135 Fahrenheit. This temperature range is known as the temperature danger zone. We need to keep food below 41 or above 135 Fahrenheit to inhibit pathogen growth. And then next, time. Pathogens need time to grow. Allow food to remain in the danger zone for as little time as possible. Next, oxygen. Some pathogens need oxygen to grow. Some only grow in the absence of oxygen. For moisture, pathogens need moisture to grow. The amount of water available in a food is known as water activity, and it is measured from 0.0 to 1.0. Water activity of 0.0 is no water. 1.0 is pure water. Pathogens generally needs only 0.85 water activity or higher to survive. Now I will explain about food infection, intoxication, and toxin-mediated infection. Firstly, foodborne infection occurs when a microorganism is eaten with food and then multiplies and grows in the body. Since the infection is a result of growth in the body, the time from ingestion until the symptoms start to show is relatively long, usually days. Infection-producing bacteria include Yersinia, Salmonella, E. coli, Vibrio, and Listeria monocytogenes. Next, foodborne intoxication. It caused by eating food that contains a harmful chemical or toxin produced by bacteria or other source. Toxin produced by bacteria include Campylobacter, Clostridium botulinum, Bacillus cereus, and Staphylococcus aureus. Lastly, toxin-mediated infection. It combines features of foodborne infection and foodborne intoxication. The bacteria cause illness by producing toxin while growing in the human intestines. The time it takes for symptoms to show is generally, but not always, longer than those for intoxication, but less than those infections. Microorganisms that are capable of causing the toxin-mediated infection include all Shigella species, Clostridium perfringens, and E. coli. Thank you.
Cross-contamination and transmission of organism. Cross-contamination is defined as the transfer of bacteria or other microorganisms from one substance to another. We have a method for preventing cross-contamination during preparation, such as prepare raw meat separately from cooked, assign specific equipment for each food, use specific containers for each food, and clean and sanitize food contact surface after each task.
Direct cross-contamination. It is happen when there is a contact between raw food and ready-to-eat food during transport, storage, or preparation. While in direct cross-contamination, bacteria are transferred to the high-risk foods via something else such as hands, worktops, chopping boards, equipment, or cleaning cloth. So this is the example of chopping board color. White is for bakery and dairy, green fruits and veggies, red is for raw meat, blue raw fish, brown roots and tubers, yellow cooked meat, while purple is free from foods.
Potentially hazardous food is any food or food ingredient, whether natural or synthetic, that is capable of supporting the rapid growth of microorganisms. Also, potentially hazardous food must be kept at safe temperatures of at or below 5 degrees Celsius or at or above 60 degrees Celsius to prevent the growth of bacteria that cause food poisoning. PHF can be identified by three characteristics: a food that contains moisture, protein, and is slightly acidic. A food is potentially hazardous if it is of animal origin, for example, meat, poultry, milk, fish, shellfish, crabs, and lobster. Next is from plant origin and has been heat treated, such as vegetables, beans, and fruits. Other than that, any raw sprouts such as bean, alfalfa, and radish is a part of PHF as well. Also, any cooked starch such as rice and pasta.
Spoilage of different food products. There are two types of food product, which is perishable and non-perishable. Perishable occurs when there is a disagreeable change in the normal state of the food, while non-perishable will keep for months of years without spoiling unless handled and stored carelessly.